collection video of my PS5 games. These games right here, guys. Well, if you guys are just joining, remember guys, hit that like and subscribe, guys. I'm trying to hold this in my hand doing this. Just bear with me, guys. One second. Right here. Use this. There we go. There. I use my boxes. Things a little bit easier for me to do my stream. One second. Alright. So, I haven't done a video in a while, guys, so just bear with me. Doing these pickup videos. Do I have my inner iPad with me? Yeah, I do. My channel real quick. Yep. I can see who's live now in chat. One second, guys. It's getting my camera to stay still for me. Stay. There. So yeah, here we are, guys. I have chat. I can see chat now with my iPad right here. So I got everything set up. So let's get to this, guys. So I'm gonna go over my entire PS5 collection. This is my game room, by the way, guys. First of all, I got The Thing remastered. This is on PS5. It is a remastered of the PS2 game. It was on PS2. I was happy to get this on my collection when it came out, I think last year. What year this came out? 2024, 2025. I really love this game. I'm not beating it yet. I need to go back and beat The Thing remastered. But it is one of my favorite games based on the movie of The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing. I really love this game. Sadly, I don't have the PS2 version in my collection. It's a little expensive as of now. But this is a better way to play The Thing on modern consoles. I'm glad this game got a fresh release on life. Definitely 10 out of 10 game. One of the scariest games I ever played. Here's what this looks like inside. It is kind of cool. There's the background and the Antarctic base. I think it's a really cool game. This is done by Atari and Night Dive Studios on the cover. Pretty good publisher. Also, this is another game I got in my collection. I think I bought this at GameStop. Evil West. You're killing vampires, werewolves, etc. Really good game. This is made by Focus Entertainment. Same guys who made Pike's Tale of Innocence. Really good publisher. One of my favorite developers. I love Evil West. It's one of the best games I play on the PS5's library. I like. You can punch. You can shoot monsters. I think it's one of the coolest games. I love the cutscenes in that game. Also, another game that's in my PS5 collection is White Day, A Labyrinth Named School. This is done by Sonari and Peak, P-Q-U-B-E, the publisher that did this game.
Hello, I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry.
But anyways, welcome to my YouTube channel, by the way, if you're new to my channel. It's my camera here, it's falling over. I'm using my iPad right now, so just give me a minute, guys. There we go. Alright. These are some of the PS5 games I have in my collection I collected over the years, having a PS5. I said hi. Hello, Ronix. How you doing? Welcome to my channel, by the way. I am going my entire PS5 collection right here, guys. This is all the PS5 games I collected over the years. It is a massive collection, over 100 games. This is my entire game room. All those games are in my bookcases. I'm a huge game collector. And then over here are like my PS1, PS3, etc. So this is my entire game room. Yes, I do have a picture of Sephiroth on my wall. And then I have like a lot of action figures, Dragon Ball Z, Final Fantasy Remake figures, Resident figures from the NECA line from the 10th anniversary. And then I have some figures up there. There's own figure lines. I do have an Albert Wesker Hot Toys figure, Ada Wong. William Burger's a 12-inch figure. I got Joe Valentine from Revelations. This is a statue. So this is my entire game room. You guys can see. So I got this game like last year. I was happy to see this game getting re-released. Lollipop Chainsaw Repop is a remake of the PS3 game. This is by Drag Me Games. Huge shout out to them. I love this game on the PS5. I was happy to see this game get a fresh release on live from the PS3 library. It's nice seeing classic games making a comeback, but this is one of my favorites. Definitely a hidden gem on the PS5. 10 out of 10 game. I love Lollipop Chainsaw. I just heard they are doing a sequel to this game, which I'm kind of excited to see more of Lollipop Chainsaw. Also, another game that came out, got a re-release in the PS3's library is Shadows of the Dam Hello Remastered. This game is not easy to find in print. I swear I looked everywhere for this game. I got mine on eBay for 75 bucks. And it was not a cheap game to buy. I bought it still when I bought it, but it is one of my favorite games. To see making a comeback from the PS3's library. Hello, Yobi0012. How you doing? Also, another game that's in my PS5 collection is Starblade. I played this game like twice in a row already. I am doing New Game Plus right now. They got all the costumes for Eve. Also, Starblade 2 is in development right now with Shift Up Studios. Huge shout out to them. I am a huge fan of Starblade. One of the best games I ever played on the PS5. Definitely a 10 out of 10 game. It's very polished. I love the way it looks. I bought the DLC content for the game, like the Gods of Nikki DLC. All the DLC that came out for this game during its launch. I played this game about 3-4 times already on the PS5. Doing the boss rush mode. And doing all the stuff in the game. Really good game. Another good game I really love on the PS5's library is Kingdom Bridge of Spirits. This is one of my favorite games in my private collection. I am excited for Kingdom Bridge of Spirits 2 that's coming out soon from the developer. I'm waiting for more to see of this game. This is getting a direct sequel finally. This is one of my favorite games. It's like the enemies do hit hard. They are very aggressive. It's almost like Demon Souls in some kind of way. Like a Dark Souls kind of game. But I do love this game. Kingdom Bridge of Spirits. I am waiting for the second game. I want to check it out. But PS5 has awesome games. One game that surprised me this year, I was so freaking hype, is Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake. This is a remake of the PS2 game made from the ground up. I did play some on PS5. I'm on the second chapter. It is the most scariest game I ever played. I have played Fatal Frame. I had two of them on the PS4. Maiden of Blackwater and Lunar Eclipse. I did play 3 and 4 of the Fatal Frame series. And I love Fatal Frame. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time. I was happy to see this game and get some love and some love it deserves, getting a full-on remake. I was not expecting to see this game get a full-on remake from the PS2, and it's kind of a surprise to see this game back in action on PS5 now from on consoles. And I love the way it looks. It's the most scariest game I ever played. I wanted to see the first Fatal Frame get a remake. That one definitely deserves it. Also, I got Tormented Souls. I know Tormented Souls 2 is out now for PS5. I do want to check that one out. I still have not beat the first one yet, Tormented Souls. I got stuck somewhere in this game, and I don't know where. But I didn't even go back and play it. It's kind of like a Resident Evil game clone. Another game, I got stuck playing this for some odd reason. For one particular puzzle that screwed me over. Alone in the Dark remake. I know this game did not sell very well from what I heard from the publisher. There is an annoying puzzle in this game I hate it so much. We usually use a telescope and you're supposed to match up the stars in the sky. I cannot solve it whatsoever, and I played it on easy mode. And this game screwed me over on that puzzle, and I couldn't not finish it. So after that, I kind of quit the game. So that was the story on that game. But I did love the beginning of it. I did enjoy it for the last 5-6 hours until I got stuck on a puzzle. But to me, it's still a 10 out of 10 game. One of my favorite games, it's a huge surprise. I'm a huge Dead Space fan. I played Dead Space 1, Dead Space 2, Dead Space 3, and that spin-off Dead Space game, what's it called? It's kind of like an arcade shooter kind of game. But it's that was bundled on the PS3's was it bundled on the Dead Space 2 game. Was it Dead Space Dead Space Downfall or something? It's like an arcade shooter kind of game. You guys can tell me in chat. But I'm happy to see Dead Space making a comeback after all these years being a dormant franchise. After, I think it was because of Dead Space 3 did not sell very well from what I heard. But it's nice seeing Dead Space making a comeback. I do like Isaac Clarke. He is one of my favorite characters in Dead Space. This is a must play. I played this when it was fully patched, with all the bugs fully patched down, ironed down the PS5 for this game. I enjoyed it. I get the crap scared of me playing it. One game that's in my collection, this is still sealed by the way, guys, is Dying Light 2 Stay Human. I played the first Dying Light. I could not beat it. I got stuck in the last area of that game as we were running in the sewers from these what's this zombies called? They only come at night. I died so many times on that level and I could not get to the final boss on Dying Light 1. But yeah, this is still sealed in my collection. Also, I have Deadline 2 Pulp Edition. This I found at Walmart in my area. I spent like a full $59 for this game when it came out. I enjoyed this game. I beat it on PS5. It took me about almost a week and a half to beat it because it is a long-ass game. But I did play. I enjoyed this game. I love Deadline. I played Deadline 1. I played Deadline Riptide. All the 9 games that came out of this franchise, I enjoyed them all. I see my favorite one of the Deadline franchise is the second game. I like it better than the first game. I like the first game, don't get me wrong, but I think the second game gave its predecessor a run for its money. I like this one because it takes in Los Angeles. The other one was like on a Hawaiian island. I remembered. Very good because you spend the night in a motel, and all of a sudden there's like the zombie apocalypse starting. Also, another game that's in my collection. I'm still trying to beat this one. Haven't finished it yet. Is Silent Hill F. Is the new installment in the Silent Hill franchise. I did hear some rumors that Silent Hill 1, the original Silent Hill 1 that was launched on PS1, is getting a full-on remake from Konami Studios. I am looking forward to playing Silent Hill 1 because I don't own the original Silent Hill on my PS1 collection. It is an expensive game. But I am excited to see Silent Hill 1 get a full-on remake. I am excited because it's coming out for PS5 soon. But I do love the Silent Hill games. I played all the Silent Hill games except for the first one. I played Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 3. There's another Silent Hill game I haven't played yet. It's in the PS2's library. But I did play most of them that came out. The Silent Hill Downfall, Silent Hill Downpour. I played all the ones I actually have in my collection. And Silent Hill Homecoming is one of my favorites on the PS3. That I enjoyed because it was my first Silent Hill game I played. I do have Silent Hill 2 on the PS5. It is the remake of the PS2 game. I love this being remade from the ground up. It's the most terrifying game I played. I think the most part that scared me was when you're in the apartment area. And then it gets scary when you get to the hospital section. But I do love these two games in the PS5's library. The most two beloved games in my collection. That's a special place in my heart. Another one that's made by the same developer, the Silent Hill team, Blooper Studios. The Medium. This was I think I remember this is one of my first launch titles for the PS5. I bought this for my collection, and I sang a lot of hours to this game. It's really good. I liked it. It's got that creepy atmosphere like Silent Hill. This is an interesting game I bought recently. This is Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. This is a remake of the original game. I have not played this yet. The reason I haven't played it yet is because I know it was buggy at launch. And I think now it's better now. It's in a better state now than it was at launch, from what I heard. But I heard this game got good reviews, from what I heard. I need to jump and play it soon. It's still sealed in my collection. I did buy Metal Gear Solid 1 Master Collection, which includes the original Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and then you got the remake right here. So I do have both games in the PS5's library, respectively. And then this is another sealed game. I think I bought this 2 years ago. I think 2 or 3 years. Death Stranding Director's Cut. I still haven't played it. I know this game's getting a full-on it's getting a sequel. I still haven't checked. I saw the trailer for the sequel, and I have not played it. And I still haven't played the first game. But this is with what's his name? Norman Reedus. I'm a huge Norman Reedus fan because I used to love watching him in the Walking Dead series. And I found this at a game store. I think it was like the last one in a game cabinet I found. And it was like $19 when I bought it. So I did buy Death Stranding. So I'm a huge fan of Hideo Kojima, the guy that makes Metal Gear. Another classic game that's in my PS5 collection is Legacy of Kain Silver 1 and 2 Remastered. This game surprised me out for a loop. Hello, Tarek. How you doing? Welcome to my channel, by the way. Remember, you guys, hit that like and subscribe, guys. I do live streams, pick up videos, etc. on my channel here on YouTube. I've been a YouTuber for almost 6-7 years now on YouTube. Just going to my entire PS5 collection I own on PS5. This has both games on disc. So you don't get manuals anymore on PS5 games, which is sad because I grew up playing. I used to love getting games and manuals in my game cases. And then I have Plague Tale's Requiem. I enjoyed this game. It's one of my favorites in the PS5's library. Definitely a hidden gem. I love the way it looks. I love the visual and graphics. I love the voice acting. I do have 1 and 2 respectively. Plague Tales. I have Plague Tales of Innocence and Plague Tales Requiem 1 and 2. I love this franchise. I hope to do a 3rd game. So I love this series so much. I do have The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered and The Last of Us Part 1 Remastered for the PS5. These are both remade for the ground up for the PS5 itself. Since both these games were on the PS3 back in the day, I still have my older copies on PS3. But it's nice to see these games getting some fresh love and the love and deserve it got. Oh, actually, this one's on the PS4. I picked up this one's on PS4 as well. Oh, great collection. Thanks for that wonderful comment, Turbo. I'm doing my entire PS5 collection I collected over the years. Also, another Naughty Dog game I got is Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection. This one is still sealed. I had to replace my old copy because my old copy, for some reason, did not want to work on my PS5. I have a defective disc. I had to get like a new copy. But again, this has both games on disc. Uncharted 4, and that spin-off title was it? What's the ones on here? What should it say on here on the game? It was Uncharted Lost Legacy and Uncharted 4. That's on this disc. If I remember correctly, you guys could tell me in chat. But yeah, you get 2 discs on. You get 2 games on 1 disc, which is kind of cool. Also, and again, it's in my PS5 collection. Horizon Forbidden West. This is the second game. It is still sealed to the day I bought it. I had not fully opened it. I played the first one on PS4. I have mixed feelings with the first game. Seriously. It's a very... The only thing I don't like about the first game, it's a good game, don't get me wrong. It's just very long. You know, because you're doing... Yeah, I remember I didn't have anything to ride in the game. I was walking on foot. But yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was. I didn't enjoy the first game. But I've not seen anybody play the second game, so I don't know if it's better than the first one. But from what I heard this one's got good reviews. From what I heard. Also, this one's still still in my collection. I played this on the PS4. I have not played the PS5 version yet. God of War Ragnarok. I do have all the God of War games in my PlayStation collection on PS3, PS2, etc., and PS4. I have all the God of War games I collected over the years. My favorite God of War game of all time as a kid growing up was God of War 2. I love God of War 2 to death, and I do love God of War 3. This is before Kratos got old. He had a kid, and he's old and stuff. But yeah, I did play this on the PS4 when it came out, and I enjoyed it. Hello, Ryan Flippin', how you doing? Welcome to my channel, by the way. Yeah, so this is God of War Ragnarok. I think this is like the 5th game in the franchise. There's God of War 1, God of War 2, God of War 3. There's God of War Chains of Olympus, God of War Ghost of Sparta. There's that God of War reboot on PS4. And then they got this one, God of War Ragnarok. So many God of War games in the franchise, and I love the God of War series. Also, I did play this last year, the Richard Wild Hunt Complete Edition. This is my first introduction to the Witcher series. Last year, I loved the Witcher series. This would got me hooked into the Witcher franchise. I heard there's one that's coming out soon as... you're not playing as him, it's a female protagonist, I remembered. And I think it's his daughter, from what I heard. And I forgot what her name is. But yeah, Witcher 4 is coming out soon. I'm looking forward to playing on PS5. So I love the Witcher series. Also, I did play this last year. Space Marines 2, the Warhammer 40,000 series. This is my first Warhammer game I did play in the franchise. It was my first introduction to the series franchise. I love the Warhammer series. This is the game that got me introduced into the franchise and hooked me up. And I love Space Marine. I beat the entire game on a full playthrough. I enjoyed it. The final boss was a pain in the ass. And that's all I have to say about the fun boss in that game. Oh, that's so many times with that damn boss. Another game that surprised me this, I think this came out like last year. The Gears of War Reloaded. This was an Xbox exclusive for many years. And it did finally get a PlayStation release of the first game. I know they're releasing all the God of War, not God of War, Gears of War, I'm sorry. The Gears of War games onto the PS5 now. So this was kind of, they were kind of testing the waters for PlayStation with this game. So I bought this when it came out. This is my only copy I have. But I love I love Gears of War. I do have all of them on Xbox 360, Xbox One. I have all the Gears of War. I have not missed a single one. I have the Gears of War figures from this from the games franchise. I have like a 12-inch figure of Marcus Phoenix, and I have like the little 7-inch figures from Gears of War 4. Also, the game I've been playing through right now on my PS5, Persona 5 Royal. And it's like a director's cut of the original game. I love the Persona series. I have all of the Persona games so far. I do have the original Persona 2 on the PS1. It's very hard and does not hold your hand. I can get past the first freaking boss in that game. But I love the Persona series. It was like one of my favorite franchises growing up as a kid. And so the series still holds a special place in my heart as a kid growing up. I also am a huge Final Fantasy fan. I love the Final Fantasy series. Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion. I've been playing this on my PS5 late this year. I've been doing all the missions, getting all the gear and stuff, and I was happy to see this game getting a remastered for the PS5. I do have my original PSP version on PSP physically, and I love this game growing up as a kid. I played the PSP version the hell out of it for like months, non-stop, because I was obsessed with Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. Also, another game I bought. This is still sealed because it still has a price tag on it. I spent $69 on this. And this is what? Final Fantasy 16, I believe, from Square Enix. I still have not jumped into this. I have 2 copies of this in my PS5 that are still sealed. I have this one, and when it's back in my book, it's sealed. And I've not played this yet. I haven't jumped into this game yet, but I heard a lot of good reviews about this, and I still need to jump into it sometime. So I am playing through my Final Fantasy games on the PS5. I also have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I enjoyed this game. I have not beaten it yet. I only got to when you met what's his name at the casino. That big muscle dude. I forgot what his name is. But that's the part I remember I got to. I not got to the final boss in this game, so I still need to go back and finish it up. But I do have Final Fantasy Remake and Final Fantasy Remake Rebirth. I do have both games respectively. So there's all the Final Fantasy games I do own on the PS5 of FF7. So I do have all the games respectively. I wish I had a PS. Hello, Rosh. How you doing? PS5 is expensive right now on with PlayStation right now with whatever's going on with PS5 right now. I actually own a Spider-Man PS5, and I have 2 PS5 that are still factory sealed in box. So I have something for back in case one of my consoles die on me. So I jumped the boat at the time before they raised the prices up on the consoles. This one I did open. I did play Strangers of Paradise. It's good, but it's not my favorite Final Fantasy. I prefer FF7 over this game, but I enjoyed it for what it was. I'm not fully beating this, but I like playing as Cloud. I like playing with the Buster Sword. This is a good game for what it is. I liked it. It's supposed to be a remake of the PS1 game, the first Final Fantasy. It's good for what it was. A lot of people don't like this. A lot of people don't not like it when it came out. That's when I heard. It's got a lot of mixed reviews. I enjoyed it. So there was no games coming out that time for PS5. And then I have this one, and I still have not played. So these are all the Final Fantasy games I do own right now in this collection. So that's how much Final Fantasy games I do own on the PS5 and PS4 and PS1. So I'm not missing a single Final Fantasy game in my collection. Also, Valkyrie Elysium. This game surprisingly beneath my radar as a gamer. I enjoyed it. I did open it. I did play the hell out of it. I love this game. It was my first introduction to the Valkyrie series, and I love this game to death. I do like hack and slash kind of games, and this was one of my favorites. Definitely 10 out of 10 from Square Enix. I enjoyed it for what it was. I love the music. I love getting new weapons, upgrading my character in the game. Definitely a hidden gem in my opinion. Definitely worth checking out. Another game, I was at my Target store one day, and I bought, this is a remaster of the Wii game, Epic Mickey Rebrush. I found this at my local Target store in my area. It was the last copy in store, by the way, and I got it for like 29 bucks. But it is one of the coolest games I ever played on the PS5. Definitely a hidden gem. It was worth picking up because I love playing like Kingdom Hearts and stuff. Hello, Josie Lover. How you doing? Long time no see. I'm going over my entire PS5 collection in this video. You guys can see all these PS5 games right here on my bed. I collected over the years. I've not missed a single title in my collection. Let me see. Let's get over Street Fighter. Do you have Pac-Man World 2? No, I do not. I have the first one though. What's the question? And I do have Street Fighter 6. I put this on the PS4. It's good. I liked it. I am a huge Street Fighter fan. I have played all the Street Fighter games growing up as a kid. Also, here's Hitman 3. I found it as a local retro store, game store in my area. I spent $39. This was for a used copy. My favorite Hitman is Hitman. What's the one that's on PS3? Frick, I can't think of the name of it. It's with Agent 47. It's not Hitman 2. It's not Hitman 3. Was it Ascension? The one that's on PS3? You guys can tell me in chat. That one's one of my favorite Hitman games of all time. I love the Hitman series. But I actually own... I don't think it ever came to PS4. I don't remember. But I do remember downloading it into my PS4 digitally. I don't think I ever got a physical run. I do have Sonic Origins Plus. I bought this one up on eBay. I think for like $39 for whatever was the retail price. And it's got all the goodies that comes with it. Like a booklet, which is kind of cool. And I also have Sonic Origins Plus. Oh, nice! Same here. This is my physical copy I own, and that comes with mine comes with the booklet. The PS4 version. I have that one as well, and the PS5 version, respectively, in my collection. I collected all the Sonic games that I had not missed over the years from Sega. There was one Sonic game that needs a remaster badly, and that's what's the name of that Sonic game I like? The one where Sonic turns into a wolf or something. Do you play Arc Raiders? No, I haven't. There's an online game I'm playing right now on the PS5. I forgot what it's called. I don't know if it's Arc Raiders, but it's, it was advertised on YouTube. This one's so sealed when I bought it. Sonic Superstars. But do you play Fortnite? No, I not played Fortnite. It did not get my attention. I like single-player games. I like horror games, racing games. I'm not big on sports. The only sports game I'm a big fan of is wrestling games. I did play my first football game on GameCube, and I hated it. Because the AI was a brute in the game. I said that Sonic Superstars. Yeah, mine's still sitting. I've not played this one yet. I need to check it out on PS5. Awesome, I got... Well, here's my open copy one. Yeah, here's the open copy one I did played. I want to sub because I'm stuck on Trip Story's Final Boss. I can agree on that one. So here is my open copy I played. And I enjoyed it. I got stuck on one particular level on this one. One boss gave me a hard time when I first played it. I forgot which boss it was, but it was one of Eggman's bosses. And I have Sonic Frontiers. What's the name of that Sonic game that where Sonic turns into a wolf? This one game that's still stuck on the PS3's library needs a remastered. And I wish Sega would bring it out. Was it Sonic? Oh, I can't think of the name of it. Sonic Unleashed. Yes, that one. That's the one. I love the hell of that game on PS3. I just wish I got a PS4 or a PS5 version on modern consoles. I did hear Square Enix is bringing Final Fantasy 13 Trilogy to PS4 and PS5 respectively. Later this year, it's being remade from the ground up, which I'm kind of excited for. It's gonna be using Unreal Engine 5, so they're using a better game engine for Final Fantasy 13. You play Sonic Colors? I did, but one of my friends told me not to play it. Because it was a broken game at launch, from what I heard. So I think I kind of skipped over it. It was very buggy, from what I heard, from a lot of mixed reviews. I wonder if you have Sonic Mania. I do not have Sonic Mania, unfortunately. And this is the only Sonic game I have left. I have Sonic Unleashed on the PS3. Sonic Generations I do have, and Sonic and Shadow Generations, which is a this is like an HD remastered remake of the PS3 game, which includes like Shadow and Sonic's story campaigns together, like a collaboration of that kind of game. And then I also have a Alone in the Dark remake, which I did buy, and I heard the studio. I think the studio who made this closed up because I know the game did not sell very well from what I heard. I guess because of a long story with the PS1 version that came out. Stories I've been hearing about this game, but I did play. There was one puzzle I hated. You probably guys know what puzzle it is. The telescope puzzle. For some reason, I could not figure it out. I was like 15, 20 hours into the game, and I got stuck. Literally. This game does not hold your hand. I put the game on easy mode, and for some reason, I could not figure out the telescope puzzle, for the love of God, and I quit the game. But overall, I enjoyed Alone in the Dark remake. It's one of my favorite games on PS5. I love the way it looked. I love the way it sounded. I love the voice acting in the game. Another game that caught my attention. I think this came out. This was like an adding on Amazon exclusive or something. Killer Frequency. This is made by Team 17. I think they make like these low budget horror games, from what I heard. And you play as a radio host. You are talking to people, solving puzzles and stuff. It's a pretty good. I did beat it. It took me a while to beat it. I had to look at my playthrough on Google to find some of the answers for some of the people to get like the true ending in the game. But yeah, Killer Frequency is a pretty good game. It's definitely kind of a hidden gem in my opinion. Because you play as a radio host and you're talking to people and stuff. I like that because I took a chance on buying it. And I sank a lot of hours into it and I loved it. I think to me it's a cool game. I like the way it looks. And somehow this game in my collection, I don't know where I found this. I don't know if you guys might recognize this game. But it's called Monarch. I don't know what kind of game it's supposed to be, like a hack and slash kind of game. Or an RPG kind of game. I don't know if you guys might have heard of this in chat. You guys can tell me in chat if you guys heard of this. I don't know what kind of game it's supposed to be. But it's kind of like this anime aesthetic in the screenshots. Like sort of like Attack on Titan and stuff. So I had not seen the game trailer for this. I don't know what it's about. But it is by NIS America. The guys who made, what's the name of the anime game they worked on? It was on the PS3. Oh, and I think I can't even think of the name of it on top of my head. But I know that publisher's been around for a while. Another game I do own is Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. It's like a director's cut of the original game. Sadly, it was one thing I was disappointed with this game. I loved it for what it was. I loved the story campaign. There is no voice acting in this game whatsoever. Kind of a letdown for a remastered of a game. I wish they did voice acting for this game. It'd be a lot better instead of reading the text. Because this is a modern game. But mine comes with stickers and everything, and then the disc. I got this at my local GameStop store when I picked it up. But I enjoyed it. I love the way it looks. Just so that there's no voice acting. I mean, those old text games back in the day growing up with. Another game I did get was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I bought this one off on Amazon. I think it was like full retail price when it came out. And it was like $59. It is a really cool game. And I do love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because I grew up watching the series franchise on Adult Swim on Cartoon Network. And I didn't miss a single season of this show, and I loved it. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is one of my favorite franchises of all time. I wish they made a game based on like on the story campaign of the anime. That's more like a fighting game. But I enjoyed it for what it was. And then I also got Gal Guardians Servant of the Dark. This game came out last year, and it's a direct sequel to the first game, Gal Guardians Demon Purge. This is made by Inti Crates, the same guys who did Mega Man Zero with Capcom. And I do love these games. I don't know if you guys heard of these, but they're on. This one's on PS4, I noticed, and this one came to PS5. I think this one's a PS5 exclusive. I think it's like PS5 and Xbox on this one. But I love this game. Gal Guardians is a really cool franchise to get into. Another game that surprised me last year is Castlevania Dominus Collection. This is the art cover I picked from Limited Run Games for my art for the art cover, because they had like three different art covers for the game when it came out, and I picked this art cover with what's his name, Trevor Belmont, and it comes with a Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, a Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, and it does come with Haunted Castle Revisited. 4 games on 1 disc. And mine is number 116 by Limited Run. And here's what mine looks like in case. Mine comes with the manual and everything. So mine's complete. So it's kind of cool to have a Castlevania game in the PS5's library. And I do have a Castlevania, 2 Castlevania games on the PS4 from Limited Run that they did a couple years back. The one that has City of the Night and Castlevania, was it the first Castlevania game? I can't even think of it now. But yeah, they did like the contemplation kind of thing they did. So let's move on. Another game that got a limited run release, and this might come as a huge surprise. We grew up with Gex. Gex Trilogy for the PS5. It includes Gex, Gex Into the Gecko, and Gex 3D Covered Gecko. And here is my copy that I did play on PS5, and I love the way it looks on PS5. Sadly, they didn't do much with the visuals in this game, but it's kind of a shame. I know how Limited Run is when they do these older games. But it would be cool if these games ever got like a remake from the ground up. But mine is complete with the manual and everything. Which is kind of cool. My manga's all in color, by the way. And that was done with Limited Run and Square Enix, which was kind of cool to see making a comeback. So you get all 3 games on 1 disc for 1 price, which is not a bad deal. This game cost me roughly $90 on eBay. The most expensive game in my PS5 collection. And I think now it's jumped to $145 and it's still going up in price. Isn't that crazy for a PS5 game? And that's what it is with limited run games when they're out of print, because they skyrocket in price afterwards, but they're no longer in print. And this one's one of them. This was the last year's game, by the way, that came out. Let's see what we got. Let's do this pot right here. I do have Tekken 8. I bought this last year. I fully beat it. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I remember seeing the trailer for this game, and I was fully blown. I've been playing Tekken since I was a kid growing up with the series. I did play Tekken 2 with a friend. Tekken 3 I love. I did play Tekken Tag. All the Tekken games I grew up with the franchise. Hello, Pearl Orb. How you doing? Howdy. This is my entire PS5 collection video, which you guys can see on my bed, which I'm going over with right now. A whole bunch of PS5 games I collected over the years. This is my entire game room. Yes, I do have a Final Fantasy curtain behind me. What's his name on that curtain? I am going over my entire PS5 collection. So Tekken 8 I got last year. I did play on the PS5. I enjoyed it. Beat it. I'm glad to bring all my favorite Tekken characters back. I did play Tekken 7 as well on the PS4. And I did get my butt kicked from what's his name on the volcano level. Hard ass boss. So I just remember having a good time with that. Also, another game that's taken to my PS5 collection is the Jurassic Park Classic Game Collection. Has been done by Limited Run Games and Universal Studios. It includes. This is my phone ringing in the back. Includes Jurassic Park Portable, Jurassic Park 8-bit, Jurassic Park 16-bit, Jurassic Park Genesis, Jurassic Park Rampage Edition Genesis, Jurassic Park 2 The Chaos Continues Portable, and Jurassic Park 2 The Chaos Continues 16-bit. All those games in one collection. And then I also got Jurassic World Evolution 2. This is still sealed. I still have not played it. I have not jumped into it yet. I did play the first one. and I lost my entire theme park because all the dinosaurs ran a rampage. I had a T-Rex. It ruined my entire theme park with less than an hour. Right out of the gates. And I had a Ford Velociraptor and ate on all of the guests in my park. It was a bloodbath. I had to neutralize all my dinosaurs with a contingency plan. And I think I was on Isa Nublar or Isa Sorna, and I had this big giant bad thunderstorm, and my whole park got ruined with a big giant twister, and it was chaos, pure chaos. That's what Dr. Malcolm says. But yeah, I'm not playing Jurassic Revolution 2, and I need to check this one out. I know it's got DLC and stuff, so I'm a huge Jurassic Park fan. Also, I got Star Wars Jedi Survivor. This one is still factory sealed. I still not opened it since the day I bought it. From what I heard, it was very buggy when the game came out. So I don't know if it's better now with all the patches it's got. But I do have Jedi Star Wars Survivor. It is a sequel to the first game, which I did play, which is right here. This is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I love the hell out of this game. It's one of my favorite games on the PS5. It's fully polished and everything with all the patches and everything. So I had no issues playing in mine. And I beat it through with no issues. It didn't crash or anything. But yeah, I do have both games. I'm like, what the hell did I do with it? It's over here. Oh no, it's right here behind my iPad. So I do have both games in the PS5's library. This was a launch title I bought for the PS5. Yes, it is still sealed, guys. I did buy Demon's Souls Remake. It is a Dark Souls game, I know this. And it's a remake of the PS3 game. Remake from the ground up. I've not played Demon's Souls. I did see Maximilian Dude play it all the way through. It is a hard-ass game, especially with the bosses later in the game. You do get good gear, armor, and stuff for your character. I've not played a Dark Souls game. The only Dark Souls game I ever played was Bloodborne. And I died when I got to, what's his name? The guy in the graveyard. I can't think of his name now. But yeah, I am not good at Dark Souls whatsoever. Those are both like Dark Souls made by the same developer. Also got Lords of the Fallen. This is still sealed, by the way. I still haven't opened it since the day I bought this. So I don't know if this is better than the games I have, but I have not seen anybody play this on YouTube whatsoever. So I don't know if this is... I did play the first Lords of the Fallen. I know this is the second game. But I haven't had any reviews about this. I didn't see any videos for it or trailer for it. So I don't know if it's good or not. But I took a chance buying it. I do like pick up games I never heard about for my collection. This one I did play because I broke the seal on this one. Liza P. This is my new Neo-Rez. It's a Dark Souls kind of game. You play as Pinocchio. And, yeah, you're fighting against all sorts of creatures and stuff and monsters. I did play... The first boss was probably my least favorite. He is very hard. I remember getting my butt kicked, and that was the end of the story on that one. Do not get me started with the second boss by the... What's the name of that one guy? He was the one dressed as a police officer. I hated that boss. And that was the end of the story on that one. And I kind of rage quit after that boss, and I was like, nope, screw this game. Those games don't hold your hands. So, I did play The Quarry. I love this game. This has some of my favorite celebrities. It has Lance Heckerson in it. And this guy right here who played in Scream. There is a lot of good celebrities in this game, and it's one of my favorite games on the PS5, The Quarry. Really good horror game. I'm never getting the credits for me playing it. Also, I have not bought Until Dawn Remake yet on the PS5, which I need to collect. I do have the Until Dawn Original on the PS4, and I haven't bought the remake yet. House of Ashes. I love this game. I played the hell out of it, and I got the true ending in it. So I had to play it again because I lost one of my players in the game. And I do have The Devil in Me. This game, I was kind of mixed on this one. It's good, but I played it during its launch, and I encountered some bug issues with this game. And then after a while, it's fully patched now. But there was one chapter that was very buggy, and I could not finish it whatsoever. And I had to wait a month until I got to finish it. So that was the story with that game. Overall, very good game. 10 out of 10. Also, I got River City Girls 2. This is made by Way Forward, same guys who did the Shantae series. And mine does have a manual. And I have the music soundtrack on CD that comes with both games. I do love the River City Girls franchise. I do have 1 and 2. And I do have the spin-off one that's on the PS4's library. And I do have the first game as well. These are really games I have in the PS5 collection. They both have their manuals respectively. And they're fully voiced too, fully voice acted. And I love the voice acting in that game. Also, I have Persona 5 Tactics. This one has its price tag on it still, and it's still sealed. I picked the PS4 version. I enjoyed it. I love the Persona series. And this was a really cool spin-off of the Persona 5 series. I played Persona 5, Persona 5 Royal, Persona 5 Strikers. I mean, I played most of all the Persona series that came out. And I do have Persona 3. I broke the seal on this. I played the hell out of it during its launch. I had no issues with it whatsoever. I bought all the DLC for it. I love Persona 3. It's one of my favorite games in the franchise. I have not got to the final boss yet, and I'm still working my way towards the final boss. Overall, I was blown away with the DLC and the main story. And I'm a huge Atlas fan, by the way. And also, you guys saw this one coming. I do have Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. This is a director's cut, and it's a remake of the Nintendo Switch version. And it has the original story and director's cut version of the story. So you can play it both ways on disc, which is cool. And I love the Shin Megami series. And I think I have one of them on the PS4. The one you play as a guy, I forget what his name is. That one's so sealed. And then I have Metaphor Ari Fantasio. This is the one I saw at E3 when it was announced. And I did buy this one because I love Atlas so much. And I love the way this game looks. I love the anime in this game. It's so damn good. And I love the music in this game. It's so good. And I love the fun. I beat the final boss in this game. Ari Fantasio Metaphor. Cool artwork on this art cover on the case. When it comes to Atlas. Now you guys saw this one coming. Here's another Atlas title. Soul Hackers 2. I bought this for PS5 and PS4 respectively, physically. I like physical games. And I bought this one because I love Atlas. I love their games so much. I think I was like 30 hours, 20 hours into the game. I'm not fully finished it. I need to go back and finish it. But it's a long-ass game, though. Tales of Arise. This is made by Bandai Namco Entertainment. And I love this game. I love Tales of Arise. And I love the way this game looks. I love the voice acting. 10 out of 10 game. I'm not fully beating it yet. I think I only got to the cave area in the game. So I'm not fully beating it. And there was other games coming out during that time. So I just kind of put the game on hold. This game surprised me. Terminator Resistance. Now this is a game I love seeing movie games when they come to PS5. But yeah, I am a huge Terminator fan. I grew up watching all Terminator movies as a kid growing up. And I love Terminator to this day. And I was like, when I saw this, I just had to buy. I just had to buy it. It was a must-buy game. If you have that Terminator itch for Terminator. And I love the way this game looks. I love the way it runs on PS5. It looks so damn good. So polished. Definitely a check out. If you guys like watching movie games. This one surprised me. I wasn't expecting to see Indiana Jones game on PS5. And I do have some mixed feelings with this game. Even though I have not played, but there are some mixed feelings I do have with the game since its launch. This is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. And it is internet required because they didn't put the entire game onto the disc. For a physical copy, now the Xbox version has the full game on disc, but not the PS5 version. Only 50% of the game's data is on the disc, but it has to be downloaded with the internet. And this is how you rush a game when it comes to physical copies for game preservation. A lot of people were very pissed off when this game came out to PS5. The Xbox version was fine because they had the entire game on disc, but it's the PS5 version that got screwed over. But I did pick it up because I love Indiana Jones. I'm a huge Indiana Jones fan. But it has a huge patch. And I think there was some issues with the game during its launch because it has some bug issues. And here's another game I bought. RoboCop Rogue City. I enjoyed this game. I loved it. Hello, SG. This is my just in time to see my entire PS5 collection. There's PS5 games on my bed here. So, welcome to my game room, by the way. So, just going off some PS5 games I bought over the years for this giant ultimate pickup video. So it's gonna all in one video of PS5 games. What's RoboCop? RoboCop is a movie. I watched the movies as a kid growing up, and it's they got the actor who plays RoboCop, and I can't think of his name. But I remember watching the first movie growing up as a kid, RoboCop, and Rogue City is kind of like it's a love letter to the franchise. So RoboCop, he's a man. He was once human. He got shot on the force. And then they put him in a cyborg body, and he just kind of protects citizens by killing villains and bad guys. RoboCop was a good movie. If you've not seen RoboCop, definitely check it out. But the game is pretty cool. If you got that itch for RoboCop. And here is Inside Mine. This is a horror game I picked up a while back. And I played it. I not fully finished it. I think I quit halfway through this game. I don't remember what part it was, but I don't remember. But it was one particular section I got stuck on. But yeah, Inside Mine. Good game. I liked it for what it was. There's not enough action in it. It's a horror game. And I think I don't know if I remember beating this on my stream. But this is the Alan Wake 2 Deluxe Edition. Includes the Night Springs expansion, the Night House expansion, and the Deluxe Edition cosmetics. I put Deluxe Edition on this one for my collection, and I love the way this game looks. I love Alan Wake. I did play the first one, and I bought the second one. And I do have both games respectively. Yeah, see? I do have both games in my collection. Alan Wake 1 and Alan Wake 2. Really cool games to check out on PS5. I know Alan Wake is on Xbox 360, but I bought the PS5 version instead. And I bought Control Ultimate Edition. I was 30 hours in this game and I got stuck somewhere and I could not finish it. I know what it was. Some part with the janitor. I remember getting stuck on this game because this game does not hold your hand, and I remember the building you're in is very big. I got lost easily. I know Control 2 is coming out soon, which I'm looking forward to playing. I'll review Peter Weller, the original actor from 1987 RoboCop film. Voices Murphy, RoboCop, and Rogue City. That is, that is true, SG. I'm a huge fan of Peter Weller. He is one of my favorite voice actors for RoboCop. I grew up watching every single RoboCop movie growing up as a kid. This is a strange game that ended my PS5 collection. I enjoyed it for what it was because there was a lack of PS5 games coming out that year. Forgive me if I pronounce this wrong. Absolov, End of Gods. I don't know if you guys have heard this game. It's kind of an obscure PS5 game into my collection. And I had that like dry itch for horror games because horror games were lacking in that one year when this game came out. Absolov, End of Gods. It's a good game. I did get creeped out for the run I played it. It is a low budget game. Frame rate was good for what it was. Not the best. So I did beat it all the way through. Guilty Gear Strive. This comes with the fighting game itself and a movie anime on the disc. This was a really cool game, and this one surprised me out of my gaming years. But yeah, I first time I ever played Guilty Gear as growing up as a teenager. It was my first introduction to the series franchise, and Guilty Gear Strive is the one that hooked me up to the franchise. All thanks to this game, and I love the Guilty Gear series now. Now I do want to check all the Guilty Gears that came out. That was my first introduction to the series franchise. And I was like, how did I not play Guilty Gear growing up as a kid? Okay, so I'm going to go to another pile of games here. Yeah, here is the open copy, In Sound Mind. I have 2 copies of these. Look, I have a sealed one and an open copy one right here. Yeah, In Sound Mind. I bought an extra copy just to have for game preservation because I know the game's out of print. This game I bought at a local retro game store. This is the Madison Possessed Edition. Know nothing about it. I watch Markiplier on YouTube playing this game. It's a really cool horror game. I was not expecting it to be a very good game, but it's very surprisingly good. It's scary as hell because later in the game there is a monster that comes out and chases you in the house that you're in. But it's called Madison, and there's a monster in the back of the game that you do meet in the game. It is a very scary horror game, Madison. I had to watch me play because I played it on PS5 and it's terrifying to play because it does get very stressful to play. So I did play it, a little bit of it for what it was. Resident Evil Requiem. This is the PS5 version I have. And I'm going to show all my original games if I can find them. I'm going to every single pile of games I have in my collection. I have so many to go over with. Just bear with me. So I'll start with this pile I have. I pulled everything off my bookcase, by the way. Look. See that empty top shelf up there? I pulled all my PS5 games off the shelf. Parental control. Luca, a teenage boy, receives a Curves instant camera for his 16th birthday. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's from when I remember when I was watching Markiplier playing it on YouTube. And here is the music CD I have for River City Girls 1. And it is still sealed. This is kind of rare in my game collection. So I do have the physical CD soundtrack of River City Girls, the PS5 game. Pretty cool. I got this from a seller on eBay. I think for like $19 because it was bundled with the game. So I bought that, and it's still sealed. And I have my CD player, and I do want to listen to it on CD when I go to bed. And I have Ghostwire Tokyo. Oh, I do have some mixed feelings with this game, and it's not. I liked it, and I did not like it. It runs like. Well, I'll get one thing out of the way with this game. It does not run very well on PS5. It has a bunch of frame rate dips. I put the game during its launch. And it is made by Tango Gameworks, the same guys who did the Evil Within series. It does not run very well on PS5. And I remember playing this on PS5. And I was playing on a 4K TV with 60 frames to 120 frames per second. And it dips so easily. I was trying to get this smooth game performance in this game, and it just run like crap. Overall, I enjoyed it for what it was, but it run like shit. See, that's a game in a pipe dream. And, yeah. I only got like 20-30 hours of the game I put into it. And I quit halfway through. Because I did encounter a lot of game bugs later in the chapter, and I could not finish it. And it did crash on me on the PS5 during its launch. When I bought it from Walmart in my area. And I have Shantae and the Seven Sirens. I love the Shantae series. I do have all the games in my collection, respectively. So here's all the Shantae series I have. Shantae and the Seven Sirens, which I think is the 4th game in the franchise. Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. Medicine Hail, the entity often appealing in the form of Madison or other entities like Blue Knees, force victims to perform grotesque mutilations. Yeah, from what I watched with Markiplier on that game, SG. And Shantae's Risky's Revenge. And Shantae 1/2 Genie Hero Ultimate Edition, which is a kind of like a director's cut that includes a lot of content that the original game did not have on PS4. Alright, let's go to our palette here. It's gonna be hard to do. Let's do this carefully. Oh, there's so many PS5 games I have to go over because they're on this TV tray I'm using right now. And we have Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I bought this during its launch. I love the Ratchet & Clank series. I grew up as a kid playing this. And I played every single Ratchet & Clank growing up. I think I only missed 2 on the PS3's library. I was Going Commando, a division I did not play, and there was another one on the PS2. But yeah, I love the Ratchet & Clank series. This I finished all the way through. And it was a PS5 launch title. This game I bought at a local Target store in my area. Unreal Soulstorm. This is the stainless steel edition I bought, which is kind of sick. It's got this hand on it, and then the back of it. It's pretty cool. I like seeing stainless steel cases on games. And here's the disc itself. Pretty cool. You don't see a lot of stainless steel cases on launch edition, but this was a launch edition I bought at my local Target in my area for like 19 bucks, which I couldn't argue. And there was like 3 PS5 copies, and they had 3 PS4 copies, and I bought them all at Target. They're on a clearance rack, so I bought them. Let's go further here. And then this game I ended up buying, I think it's like on eBay, Guardians of the Galaxy. And I had like the Marvel itch, because I like the Marvel. I like Marvel superheroes and stuff. Guardians of the Galaxy, I think I only got like halfway through it, and the game crashed on me. It is buggy. On the it was like the 7th chapter I was on, and it crashed on me. Even though I downloaded the patch, it still crashed. So that's that game in a nutshell. And I got to the final boss, and it still crashed on me. Maybe because I paid it at its launch. And then I have Spider-Man 2, which is still sealed. And then the video game mentions a satanic ritual that scares the living shit out of me. Oh, yeah, same here. Here is Spider-Man 2 on the PS5 I bought, I think like 2 years ago. It's still sealed. I not got a chance to open it out of its seal. And I have not had a chance to put it on PS5 yet. Maybe because I was waiting for it to get all these patches and everything. So I tried to play a game in its most stable state. But yeah, I do have Spider-Man 2. I have Spider-Man 1. And I have, what's the other Spider-Man game that came out? I have it on the PS4. What's his name? That black kid in that game. Morales? I think that's his name. Yeah, right here. Spider-Man Miles Morales. And I do have it right here on the PS5. This is still sealed. I'm not fully open. I haven't checked this one out yet. But yeah, these are the 2 PS5. These are the 2 games I did pick up for the PS5. And these are still sealed in it, so I'm not getting a chance to open them. So I'm going through other games in my collection to play. And this game somehow ended up in my PS5 collection. Gotham Knights. I spent 54 bucks on this one. And it says Internet and PlayStation Plus required an online multiplayer. So I don't know if this game is an offline game or an online game. You need internet just to play it. You guys can tell me in chat if you guys want to know more about this game's history. You guys tell me if it has an offline campaign or anything, because I was very skeptical when I bought this game, but I do love the Batman games I bought on my PlayStation collection. I have all the Batman games on PS4. Does this game have offline story mode or anything? You guys can tell me in chat. Or did I waste my money buying this? You guys can tell me in chat if you guys anybody has played this game in chat. From what I know, it's fully patched now since the game's launch. But I did hear a lot of good reviews about this game. So you guys can tell me if it's worth playing or taking a look and playing it for you guys. I've not played this since I bought it, and it's still sealed. Look at this. I bought it during the game's launch because I needed something for my Batman collection. It is still factory sealed with the original price tag. So I don't know if this game has an offline campaign or anything. I don't know. You guys can tell me in chat. I've not played this, so I'm just kind of very skeptical with this game. If anybody knows about this game's history, you guys can tell me on for the PS5 version. That's when it kept sealed for a while. And then here's another game I bought. So going to fighting games now. I did buy Mortal Kombat Ultimate. This one ended up in my PS5 collection. It just says internet required. I don't know if it's for like downloading the entire game. I don't know. I don't want you internet for to play the download this game. Unless the entire game's on a disc whatsoever. I don't know. But it says internet required. If you guys can see it on the game's case. So I don't know why. Maybe it's just for like the extra bonus packs this game has, like Combat Pack 1, Ultimate Expansion, and Combat Pack 2. If you guys know anything about this game, you guys can tell me in chat. But I did buy it at my local game store in my area. There's another one that was sealed when I bought that game. It says internet and PlayStation Plus required for online multiplayer. So I don't know if that is the same one as that game has. But here's Mortal Kombat 1, and it's still sealed. I spent $67 on this game at Video Game Geeks in my area. And when I found it, it was factory sealed. I played it and I didn't even open it. But from what I know on these two games, I think from what I heard, they do have offline campaigns. From what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm always skeptical when they put it online and required that kind of stuff. And this is the case I bought for this game. You guys can check this out now, finally. I placed my original copy for Resident Requiem, my original case for this. And I got this from a seller who makes custom cases for this game. And here is the game case for this one now. Look at this. Better than the copy that we got with that building on it. What is it? By me. I just had it in my hand. Oh, is it right? Oh, it's right here. Hold on a second. Underneath this game. So, I prefer this picture over this one. This one just kind of outbeats this artwork on this one. It's nice, but I prefer this artwork with the characters on it, in my opinion. And there's a disc for this one. So yeah, that's my case for this game. I just wish Capcom did this for the launch title when they released Resident Requiem. So I bought the slip-on cover and the custom case for my game, which is pretty dope. It looks like this. So you can see the spine a lot better for this game. Pretty dope. And then we're going over my Resident games now. I have the PS5. Here is Resident Evil 7 Biohazard Gold Edition on the PS5. There's a disc for this one. And then here's Resident Village Gold Edition and Launch Edition, respectively, for PS5. I do have both copies. Here is Resident Evil 4 Gold Edition in form. Have you guys ever seen this in my videos? This is not an easy copy to find in print. The best way to get this game, if you guys want a physical copy of the Gold Edition, is looking on eBay. I spent a good fortune for this one. What's cool with this one has its own manual, by the way. When Capcom did this game, so it has its own manual and disc. And you don't see manuals from Capcom very often, but this was kind of very rare to see this game have its own manual in person, in print. And then I have Resident Evil 4 Launch Edition. Sadly, this one has no manual, but the Gold Edition does. So it kind of outbeats the Launch Edition. And then I have Resident Evil 3 Remake. I love Resident Evil 3. A lot of people do not like this game. I love the original Resident Evil 3 Nemesis from 1998. And I love the Resident Evil 3 Remake. This game got a lot of negative feedback from fans because of all the cut content this game has had. I enjoyed it for what it was. I liked it. To me, it was a 10 out of 10 game. I enjoyed Resident Evil 3 Remake. I enjoyed Nemesis. The only thing I did not like was, at the time, because I grew up with his original design look in the original Resident Evil 3 on PS1, I did not like his redesigned look with his crooked nose. I was very turned off as a big Nemesis fan. But when it kind of grew over me over time, and I did like his new redesigned look. So, that's just me as a Resident Evil veteran growing up with the series for the last 32 years. Since 1996. And Resident Evil 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. I enjoyed playing the PS1 version. I was happy to see this game getting a remake and love it deserves from Capcom. And I love Mr. X stalking you. Having Mr. X stalking you in this game, to me, is better than the original game. I know Mr. X is in the game, but he does not stalk you throughout the entire police station in the PS1 version. This one just goes way pushing into it. They just did a lot with Mr. X. And I like all the interactions with Mr. X. I like the way he chases you and stuff. Him stalking the police station is the most terrifying thing in this game. And hearing his footsteps. I love being stalked by stalker-type enemies in horror games. To me, it just creeps me the hell out. Resident Evil Requiem does have the most creepiest stalking-type enemy I've ever seen. And it's the girl that stalks you. And that is as creepy as hell. If you thought Mr. X was worse, try Resident Evil Requiem, and that game's nightmare fuel, pure nightmare fuel, on crack. And also I got Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition on the PS5. And what else the game did I miss? Let's go every single game in my PS5 collection here. Let me see. Okay, and then I got. I don't know if I talked about this one yet. I have Stray on PS5. You play as a cat, and there are monsters that you face in the game. I think this was a cute little game I played. What year this game came out? Stray, what year does it say? 2022. Stray is a cute PS5 game. You play as a cat. You do walk around. It's kind of like an adventure, horror kind of game, kind of thing. I did like Stray. I loved it. I played all the way through it, and I was in love with the game the entire end. The game does tease a sequel to Stray 1. So I don't know if the game will ever get a direct sequel. I'm still waiting for one. I have my fingers crossed. I want to see Stray 2. I want to see where the first game kind of leaves off with the second game, if the game ever gets a direct sequel. I know Starblade is getting a sequel this year, which I'm kind of hyped for Starblade 2 this year. What else? Did I miss anything in my collection here? I don't know if I did. This one I bought, was it last month? Dead Reset. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this game in form. how I found this one was very bizarre. I just typed in horror games on Amazon. This game just pops up on my search bar for like $29. It's it's a movie slash kind of game. Well, live action cutscenes, and you do pick choices like Until Dawn. You keep your characters alive. You make choices in the game that affects the story. The game does have 5 endings. From what I read on Dead Reset, I think I got one of the endings. You have to play this game multiple times to get the true ending, from what I read. Dead Reset is a very cool, bloody game. It does not hold back on its gore and blood. Yes, there is a monster that does eat humans in this game, and it's very gruesome. This game does not hold back on its gore whatsoever. It's the most goriest game ever made on PS5. And I was totally grossed. Like, I seen this on my PS5 channel, on my YouTube channel. I was grossed out. There was one scene, it just pushed me over the top. There's a lady that's pregnant, and it's not a normal baby. The guys paid like Resident Evil, that kind of thing. What's about? It's under sea on a big submarine base in the Atlantic Ocean. And from what I read, they impregnated this girl with some kind of monster embryo they grew inside a research lab. And she is pregnant with this monster that grows within an hour to an oversized beast. Hunts on each of the security, everybody on this big marine base, and it just keeps on growing. Nothing can hurt it. Until they find a gun that actually damages the damn thing in the end of the game. But it is a very unstoppable beast. It is attracted to sound, noise, and everything. And it is a very aggressive monster. I was totally scared playing this because you do make choices playing it. I died a lot of times playing this game. It is a very brutal game to play, but it is a kind of a live action movie where you're making choices that fix the story, that kind of thing. To me, it's a hidden gem. I loved it. I sank over, it took about 6 hours to beat. It's very long if you want to get all the endings in the game. But there's a lot of replayability inside of it. But definitely worth checking out if you guys want to check out Dead Reset. To me, it's one of the coolest PS5 games ever made. Don't get a lot of live action movies on PS5, but I think that was kind of a cool one that's stuck into my collection. But yeah, I'll show you guys what I have in this. So this is all my PS5 games I went over. You guys can see camera. I am trying to do this holding my iPad doing this. This is all the PS5 games I collected. I think I have over 300, 400 PS5 games. And in my bookcase behind me there are I do have factory sealed PS5 games right there in the bookshelf. So in case my disc ever breaks, I do have copies and spares. So yeah, this is my entire game room. You guys can see. I have a Resident blanket right there with Claire on it. It's kind of cool. I found on eBay. Whereas my room and figures and stuff. You guys can see. Horizon Control, Cole Mason, and an surgeon trapped in a blind time loop. As Vincent comes to in a research lab as a request. Let me check past. Let me see. I'll read it on this iPad. Time loop as Mason comes in a research lab and he is required to operate on a patient who has a monstrous parasite growing in her. Yeah, you're right, SG. And I don't know if you watch Dead Reset on my channel. I don't know if you were there that day when I was streaming this, but yeah, it's a very good game. Live action movie, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you play this on your PS5 or you have a copy of this in your collection. If you want to get this for your PS5, it is like $29 on Amazon. It wasn't like a full season $69 game. It was only for like $29 retail price. But it is worth checking out. If you want to check out Dead Reset, this is the only copy I actually do own in my collection. But I got this. Was it beginning of this year? It came out. You should play a game Until Dawn. I did play Until Dawn SG. I played the original one on the PS4, and I now played the PS5 version. From what I heard, it was buggy at launch. From what I heard now, it's in a better stable state now, but the one on PS5 was very buggy. And I know the PS4 version has its own issues as well, even though it's fully patched down, but at launch, it was buggy. I did play Until Dawn, the original on PS5, and I have to check out the remake version. So, is the one on PS5 better than the PS4 version of SG, in your opinion? The Until Dawn on PS5 that they just got re-released? I know it's remade from the ground up using a better game engine. Is it better than the PS4 version, or about the same, or just or is there like minor differences that you don't see in the PS4 version? I'm curious because I saw the trailer for the remake, and I don't know if there's any major differences between the PS4 version and the PS5 version of Until Dawn. So I'm kind of curious because I see it popping up on my Amazon and my eBay stores in my area. From what I read, it's got like a 5-star review. Whenever it's got a lot of good positive reviews across the board for the PS5 version of Until Dawn. PS5 version is better. Really? Any differences on the PS5 version of Until Dawn? I know it's a full-on remake. Is there any major differences that's different than the PS4 version? Like, stuff that during the game's development, like, is there like different sequences, cutscenes? Because I played the entire version on the PS4. I played the entire version of the PS4 version. Is there any differences on the PS5 version that's different than the original game, or no? Or is it like a side-by-side comparison? Because I'm not seeing anybody playing on YouTube, so I'm just kind of curious if it's the same as the PS4 version, or is it totally different? I'm just kind of curious. Because I've been trying to talk to people about if there's any major differences on that version of the remake. Like, is there anything that's different on Until Dawn on PS5 that's different than the PS4 version? Remember, this is a remake, so it has much better graphics and a new camera system that makes exploring a bit easier. Really? Tell me more. Is there like different story changes that's changed in the remake, or is it about the same as the PS4 version, or is this like totally different? Is it gorier? Is there different like sequences that play out? From what I heard, they put a lot of work into it. From what I heard, and it's totally different than the PS4 version. It's been on my radar to check out for quite a while now. Can you read it? The PS5 version is a remake, so it has much better graphics and a new camera system that makes exploring a bit easier. Yeah, I read your comment just now, SG. Have you played it, though? Is there any major differences that you notice that's different, the original game, between the original and remake? Is there any differences that you notice? Like with the monsters, the environments, exploring, etc., the QuickTime events. Is there any major differences between the PS4 and PS5 version? Is there like different cutscenes? Is it a totally different game, or what? Because I heard nobody talk about it on YouTube. The Until Dawn remake. And right now, like on my eBay, it's going for like $19 right now, brand new. So is there any major differences that's different? Because I played Until Dawn on PS4 like twice already to get the 2 endings. Is there anything that I do not know about the one on PS5? Something I should know about? Like any major differences with the monsters? I know there's the prison area. I know there's like the underground area from the original game. But is there like anything that's different in the remake that's different from its counterpart? Because from what I read, it's not like it's not like its predecessor, but it's like a totally different game. Or is it like a is it similar like how they did with like Resident Evil 4 remake, but they did make some changes and twists in the story. Then it's different from its predecessor. You know how games get remakes? There's all like the slightly differences, like different cutscenes that play out. Because I played R4 remake, I played R4 original. I know those are two different games. PlayStation 5 version, the PS24 remake adds several notable story changes and the extra scenes that weren't in the original 2015 PS4 version. Really? So it is worth checking out, isn't it? So let me ask you a question, SG. Is it worth checking out? Is it worth buying from my PS5 library collection in a physical format on disc? Because I like game preservation on disc. I prefer physical over digital. I like having sitting on my bookcase in physical form for game preservation. Because I have some local game stores in my area. So I'm wondering if I should get it from eBay or Amazon, because I have Amazon Prime. I think going on sale for like 18, 19 bucks right now on my Amazon app for a brand new copy. And on eBay I get discounts. I get like coupons with them. So it's one game I do not have in my PS5 collection. I don't know if you have this game in your collection, SG. I don't know if you have this one in your collection. Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake. And I don't know if you have this one in your collection, but it's something worth checking out if you like Fatal Frame series. Remember, this is more graphic, but less about extra blood and more about how realistic the injuries look. Really? That's kind of cool. This game came out, I think, like last month. But I don't know if you have this in your PS5 collection. It's called Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake. It's a remake of the PS2 game remade from the ground up. So I don't know if you have this in your PS5 collection. I found this one off on eBay because I got 2 copies of this one. I have one that's still sealed in my bookcase. I don't know if you have this one or any of the Fatal Frame games that came out for like the PS4. So I don't know if you're in the Fatal Frame games or the Fatal Frame series franchise. Because there's like total of 5 Fatal Frames. There's Fatal Frame 1, 2, 3, there's 4, and 5. I know they're making number 6 right now with the same developer who worked on these games. I know Fatal Frame's making a huge comeback this year. The version was built on Unreal 5 and uses the new injury mask system. This means that the characters get hurt and you see much more detailed cuts, bruises, and tears on their skin. That is kind of cool. So that's kind of like a new mechanic you didn't see in the PS4 version. Yeah, that's kind of cool. What else is different in the Until Dawn remake? Are there like new areas to explore? Like with the hospital, the morgue, the monsters you see in the game. Is there anything that's major difference? I know like there was the that female monster you meet in the final part of the game. I know I've heard there's a lot more differences in the remake that you didn't see in the original game. Let me ask you guys, is the original cast back in the remake or no? In Until Dawn remake. Did they get the original cast back or is it all new casts? Because I grew up with the original voice actors in the original game of Until Dawn. So I don't know if it's a new cast. Nobody didn't talk about it. If they get the original cast back or is it an all new cast? I miss original voice actors. It'd be cool if they got the original cast back in the remake. I grew up playing Until Dawn. I think I was about 17 years old when I played it. I remember I got my PS4 and it was a launch title because Until Dawn was my first launch title I bought for the PS4. And it was my first game I ever owned. I was collecting for the PS4 system at the time. So I'm just wondering if there's anything that's different because I've seen it popping up on my eBay and Amazon recommendations for Until Dawn remake on PS5. So I'm much gonna get when I get paid again. There is one game, I don't know if you have this in your PS5 collection, there's one that's been sitting in my collection for a while. I don't know if you like hack and slash kind of games. The deaths and injuries look more organic. For example, when the characters is slashed, pictures of the open wounds and the blood splatters are much higher resolution. That's kind of cool. I don't know if you heard of this game, SG, for your PS5 collection. This one right here, it's called... What's it called? Record of Lotus War, Deadlit and Wonder Labyrinth. It is like a 2D hack and slash kind of a Castlevania game. I found this one on my local Amazon store for like $19 when it was first release. And I played it, and I think I played the PS4 and I played the PS5 version. But the PS4 version was buggy as hell. And it crashed after an hour playing it. Well, you know, that's what happened with games during the game's launch. But it's better now with all the patches it's got now. But at the time, it was not in a very good state it was in. But this is one game that's kind of like a hidden gem. Here the models are so detailed that the violence can feel more unsettling because they look more like real people. That's what I heard too. That's what I heard. Let's see. Alright, there is one game I want to show you, SG, in your for your PS5 going. Have you played Cereblade? Have you played this one in your collection? I talk about this game all the time on my channel. I stream this game all the time on my channel. Have you played Cereblade, my friend? You gotta have this one in your collection, man. It's a must-have and a must-play game. You never played Cereblade, man? I gave a copy away to my friend Ethan, and he loves Cereblade. That was his first time playing it. Cereblade is one of the most coolest games on PS5. No. My friend, if you want to get this game, you can check out either on eBay or Amazon for this game. It's marked down in price now. But definitely check out Cereblade. It's a recommendation from me to you. I never played this game. But you see it on my channel, haven't you? You see me play it on my YouTube channel when I stream this game. This is a game that interests you when you start on my channel? Did it get your attention? Yes. That's good to hear. And that's what it looks like. And this game has different art covers. By the way, SG, look at this. I don't know if I ever show you this, but look. I'm going to take the cover out for you. Check this out. So here is like the front cover, right? I got my attention. I'm glad to hear it. And look at this. And here's the alternate cover it's got. Totally badass. We can see this in the PS5 game. And you can switch to your artwork when you have your game. So you can have it either this side or this side. Which is pretty badass. It's double-sided. Which is kind of cool. So if I do it like this, let's see. Yeah, there's no like pictures in the back, like you do with this side. Yeah, now I really want to fucking play this game. I told you. I want to show you that it looks like in the front archive. Well, I'm gonna do it for you, man. Let's do this on my video here. Let's see. I want to see how this looks if I do it this way. I'm doing this for you guys on live. I'm doing this right now in my game case. I want to see how this looks. I'm kind of curious. Oh, that looks sick. Check it out, SG. That is totally badass. And then it's got the title in the back as well. Yeah, Star Blade. That's cool with all the artwork in front. Pretty cool, huh? And then it's got like the moon in the background, which is kind of cool. Oh no, it's the Earth in the background. It's planet Earth in the back. Pretty sick. And then when you open it, it looks like this. When you open it. So yeah. Kind of cool how they went all out with this one. But yeah, I think I like this side better, don't you think? I like the way it looks. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I kind of switched the artwork on it. There's something I was gonna show you. Here. I did this to my original case the other day. I don't know if you've seen this. SG. Check out this artwork for Original Requiem. What was created is a turn-based RPG and is widely considered one of the 60s games on the consoles because of its deep cinematic romances. And that's what I heard. Check out the artwork for the Reservoir Requiem I got for this case, SG. Isn't that dope? Compare from, what is it? I think my original case for this. Right here. Look at that. This is just the police building. And this, like, the screenshots in the back. But I think I prefer this better. Because you got Leon and the girl in front. And you can see the zombies in the background. Which is pretty dope. And then it's got like the Raccoon City Police Station in the back. You romance almost any member of your party, and the scenes are very well written and emotionally charged. That's kind of cool. And here is the game case for Reservoir Requiem SG. Look at this. Check out this game case. You're probably losing it right now seeing this. Between like this case and the Artenate case. Isn't that pretty dope? For Reservoir Requiem. This, I think to me, this is one of the cool cases that Capcom did. For the reprint case. This is what I got off on eBay for this case. For Reservoir Requiem. And it comes with like the slip-on cover right here. Which is pretty dope. That goes over the case like this. Where's Get 3 is horniest RPG on PS5. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, so that's Reservoir Requiem I got. And I had the poster for this, by the way, SG. You want to see the posters I got? I got 2 posters of Reservoir Requiem. The one that looks like this, and I have one of her that's in front of the RPD police station. That's pretty dope. I got off on eBay. Main cases up here so I don't crack them. I think I charge up my iPad to make my iPad's down to 5%. I can't even reach my own case. Yeah, it's by my fan over there. Hold on a second. I have a poster sitting in a box. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. 1 second here. I'm trying to reach my own poster. Oh, fuck. I gotta try to reach my leg. I put a muscle on my leg. Oh. Oh. Fucking hell, I hate that. I was gonna move my leg in a certain when I got a Charlie horse. Oh, I hate that. I haven't done that in a while. I used to go and use a suture and I used to put my muscles on my leg. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was not pleasant, man. I'm not even reaching this. Oh, fuck. Reaching that damn poster is not easy. Trying to reach this damn thing. Oh, fuck. Going behind that fan of mine is not easy. Here it is. There's the big one I have, SG. I think it's like 2 setup. Wasn't I had the 1 set poster. Here it is. Here's Reservoir Requiem. This is the big poster I have. Check that out. Pretty sick, huh? That's the same one that's on that one case I showed you. I was gonna put this in a frame from my game room. I gotta buy a picture frame for it that fits this poster. And I have one that's a little different than this one. With the girl in front of the RP police station in Raccoon City. And it's like daytime kind of thing. I think there's like a few zombies in the back of it. Which I got from eBay. I can get this thing in this sleeve, I'd be happy. Let's say. What is good to is designed with really detailed characters and intimate scenes. And it often makes players feel connected on a deeper, more personal level, which can definitely be stimulating. That's cool. I have not checked out any of Baldur's Gate's games growing up on PlayStation. But I did want to check out Baldur's Gate 3 as my first introduction to the series. I can get my poster back in here. I count out ripping it. Come on. This is not easy to do. Get my poster back. Let's read this again. Trying to get a poster back in its sleeve is not the easiest task. Camera doing this. I did it earlier today and I just got this thing back in its sleeve. want to ruin my poster because I'm trying to frame this over the weekend. There we go. Come on. There, we can get in there. Finally! Man, that's not easy to do. There we go. Alright, now I got it back in its sleeve. Put it back in its box. There we go. And I have this one, which I haven't checked out. Have I? Let's see. If I can get this frickin' thing open, I'd be happy. There's a tape on this. I put tape on this.